When Yogananda spoke about habit, he wasn't talking only about the small routines of daily life. He was pointing to the invisible patterns that shape our consciousness, the thoughts we think without noticing, the reactions we repeat without question, the emotions that return like tides. He wanted us to understand that habit is energy in motion, and that energy can either serve the soul or imprison it. We all live inside the echo of our own repetitions. Every thought, every word, every action creates a subtle groove in the mind. The more we walk through that path, the easier it becomes to travel again. That is why certain reactions feel automatic. Anger, self-doubt, procrastination, comparison. They are not who we truly are. They are grooves carved by repetition. In Yogananda's words, habit is both your faithful companion and your silent adversary. It begins as a small seed of repetition, growing roots in your mind until it shapes your life. Habit was given to help you, not to bind you. Without it, each day would be confusion, like a child relearning how to speak or walk. Think of the writer who practices until words flow effortlessly. That rhythm is the gift of habit. Yet what aids you can also deceive you. Habit repeats whatever you feed it, like a bird that sings what it hears. If you fill your days with noble thoughts, it will echo goodness. But if you allow anger or laziness to guide you, it will repeat their tone until you forget your own song. Bad habits drain your light and darken those around you. Good ones lift the spirit and bless all who come near. So be wise, nurture habits that awaken and release those that enslave. Habits are built through persistence. Every act you repeat carves a path in the mind. The more you walk it, the deeper it grows. In childhood, these grooves form easily, for the heart is soft. That is why early guidance is sacred. But no matter your age, the law is the same. What you practice, you become. Karma is this law of cause and return. Each choice creates a rhythm that attracts more of itself. Good actions bring peace and clarity. Harmful ones breed confusion and pain. If you seek to rise, avoid the company of those who keep you low. Those who protect your weakness are not friends. They are mirrors of the same sleep. Keep close to souls who remind you of your strength and draw out your light. Learn to say a holy no. Weak minds agree with everything. Strong minds protect their peace. Resisting temptation is not denying joy. It is honoring what your soul truly desires. Real freedom is not following impulse, but mastering direction. Even your likes and dislikes can enslave you. Not everything that pleases you nourishes you. Sometimes what you resist is what you need most. Bad habits steal your health, joy, and peace. Begin the work of release now. Avoid what feeds the shadows and replace it with what strengthens your inner fire. Temptation may appear beautiful, but you are stronger than its illusion. For God lives within you. Fall if you must, but rise quickly. True defeat begins only when you stop trying. Train your will to remain free. A slave is one who cannot live without his chains. Never let any desire become your master. The power of divine will is already within you. It waits for your command. Choose your company with awareness. Others may want you to share their blindness, but you alone must bear the weight of your choices. Do not delay your transformation. Hesitation feeds weakness. When the heart is sincere, divine help is never far. Peace and happiness do not live in things. They are born inside you. As a child of the infinite, you carry joy as your natural state. Nothing external will ever complete you, for the soul's thirst is for God alone. Cultivate His presence each day until His joy flows through your eyes and words. Let every person who meets you feel your calm and be uplifted by it. Do not spread restlessness like a storm. Be a fragrance of stillness. Be like a rose, silent, radiant, and healing to those who pass near. Turn repetition into prayer, discipline into devotion, fewer distractions. deeper awareness, simpler love. Where a bad habit once ruled, plant a sacred practice. Repeat it with patience until the new pattern blossoms. Then the same force that once enslaved you will set you free. Remember this, dear soul. You are never alone. A quiet light within you waits to guide you home. When you live from that light, even the smallest act, a breath, a word, a moment of stillness, becomes a step toward eternal freedom. Yogananda reminds us that habit was meant to help us, not to bind us. It is the mind's way of saving energy, so we can rise to higher tasks, creativity, service, meditation, love. But when we give that power to negative patterns, habit becomes a master instead of a servant. And that is when life begins to feel mechanical, when joy fades and our divine freedom feels distant. Think for a moment about how many things in your day happen on autopilot. The way you start your morning, how you speak to yourself, the tone you use with others. Every one of those small actions builds the atmosphere of your soul. If they are filled with tension, complaint, or fear, your inner world becomes heavy. But if you replace even one negative habit with a conscious act of love or stillness, the vibration of your entire being begins to change. That is the beauty of habit. It obeys the direction of your will. If you feed it light, it repeats light. If you feed it darkness, it repeats darkness. You are never stuck. You are simply rehearsing the same scene again and again. The moment you decide to change the script, the energy begins to shift. Yogananda often said, "A strong will is the instrument of God." To overcome bad habits, we must awaken the divine will already inside us. Willpower is not harsh discipline. It is the quiet knowing that your soul is stronger than any impulse. When you say no to what lowers your vibration, you are not losing pleasure. You are reclaiming freedom. Real joy does not come from giving in to desire. It comes from mastering it. He warned us that environment plays a powerful role. If you spend time among those who reinforce your weaknesses, you will soon forget your strength. But when you surround yourself with souls who inspire truth, purity, and purpose, you begin to rise naturally. Energy is contagious. Choose the company of light. The same law applies inwardly. Surround your mind with uplifting thoughts, noble words, beautiful music, and sacred silence. Everything you allow in becomes part of your inner company. Guard it well. Yogananda compared bad habits to an octopus with many arms. Once it grips you, it pulls from every direction. But even an octopus lets go when it meets a stronger force. That force is your will aligned with God. You are not powerless. The image of the divine lives in you. Even if you have fallen 1,000 times, the moment you rise again with sincerity, that divine image shines brighter. Failure does not define you. Surrender to failure does. He also spoke of forming spiritual habits. Just as you once trained your mind toward distraction, you can now train it toward God. Make meditation, gratitude, and self-control part of your daily rhythm. When these habits take root, you will no longer feel restless for the world. You will feel restless for God. That is the holy restlessness of the soul, longing for its source. Remember this, the years will pass whether you practice or not. So why not spend them building habits that free you rather than those that bind you? Each time you resist a harmful impulse, you polish the mirror of your consciousness. Each time you choose kindness over irritation, patience over reaction, truth over convenience, you strengthen your link with the infinite. Yogananda ended this lesson with an image both simple and profound. Don't be a human skunk driving others away with your bad habits. Be a human rose, a flower of bliss. Every soul can choose which fragrance to release into the world. When you cultivate purity, calmness, and joy, you become like a rose in a garden of noise, silently transforming everything around you. So begin now. Replace one small habit of restlessness with one act of awareness. Let the habit of love grow stronger than the habit of fear. Let the habit of remembering God be stronger than the habit of forgetting. And soon, you will discover what Yogananda meant when he said that all goodness and purity already live within you, waiting only for your choice to let them bloom.